There you go. There you go. Big Rob, give chills. Watch it. Matter of fact, our guest was down in Orlando for the show. Will Roberson was down there for the Heart and Soul Music Festival. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Thank you. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing good. Doing good. Big Rob, it's good to see you, man.
It's always good to see you, brother.
Been like a week, man. I don't know where you been.
I don't know where I've been either, and I'm not telling.
Exactly. So, Will, man, I know this is different. We got you on today because you did a Facebook Live video about a month ago over a candidate using your image to promote their candidacy, and you didn't authorize it, right?
That's correct.
Can you give us the play on that, and why did you choose to go to the next level, which is getting an injunction?
Yeah, off the top, I want it down. I mean, off top, I want to take it down. So about 2 years ago, almost 3 years, it was right in the beginning of the pandemic. A good friend of mine. I mean, everybody knows me. When a friend calls, I'm coming. So she called, said, "Will, we shoot this commercial. I want you to act as my husband on this commercial for this guy I know." I was like, "All right, cool." I didn't think about the long-term effects or how it would come back on me and none of that. I was like, I'm just doing a favor for her. Fast forward to this year. So people the commercial's running. That's a commercial running against Judge Pittman. I guess they're both running for the same seat. Let me say this though, I don't know Kacel. I never met him before that time, and I haven't spoken to him since that time, since we actually shot that commercial. I mean, I said I did a favor for someone else, not for him. So people start calling saying, "Will, you on this commercial?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I shot the commercial a couple of years ago." He's like, "Nah, you on this commercial?" So I said, "Let me check this out, man." So I run it, and they speaking in a negative light about Judge Pittman. Not only is he a candidate that I'm supporting, I consider him a friend, a good friend. So I don't want to be attached to nothing that's going to shine a negative light on him at all. So I felt the need to put a disclaimer out there because I didn't want people thinking I was going against the judge. And I don't want to think because he's black, I'm supporting him. No, he's a good dude and he's the best person for that seat. I feel that in my heart. So I don't want people to think, "Oh, well, Will's supporting this guy, so I'm going to support him." I didn't want that to happen. And I didn't want the community to be thinking I sold out the community, for the community. I'm not saying that Kacel wouldn't be a good candidate because I said I don't know nothing about this dude, but I didn't like the way I was used to promote that negative light, shine that negative light on Judge at all.
Wow. So what happened in court?
We haven't gone yet. We just filed the injunction to get the cease and desist last week for him to take it down. So I think there's a court date scheduled for sometime next week before the election. So I don't know. We're pretty close, so it might run up until that point. I don't know. I haven't seen it again, so I don't know if it's still out there or not.
Wow, man. Were you shocked when you saw your image was being used for political ads?
Absolutely, I was. Absolutely, I was. Like, I heard the commercial before. Now, he ran two versions of that commercial. Like, so one of them, he wasn't saying the negative stuff about what Judge was doing. He was just saying, support me in this campaign, which I didn't support that either. I think a couple of years ago, he's running for a district court seat or something like that. I'm not sure if it was for that or if it was for his firm. I don't even know the details about it because I said I was just trying to show up for a friend. But when I started getting inboxes and text messages and phone calls, I'm like, hold up, let me check this thing out. And I see it, and I knew then that I had to respond and put something out there, let people know that, yeah, this ain't that. We're not going against my man like that.
Have you talked to him?
Him being?
Have you talked to Matt Kacel at all?
I have not. Cause I don't know this dude. I have no type of relationship with this dude. Like, I don't even know how to get in touch with him without Googling and looking him up. But no, I haven't spoken with him.
Man, wow. I think you're one of the first people I know, citizens, who might have filed an injunction against a candidate for local office. How was this whole process?
So far, I mean, the attorney's doing most of the work. I just told him what I wanted. I want it down. I want it down now. So the sooner the better. So that was he thought that would be the fastest way to send that cease and desist out there and cut that thing off. Like, no, we're not going to do that.
I'm sure he agreed with it, right?
Agree with taking it down?
Attorney Matt Kacel, he agreed with the injunction, right?
He probably must didn't. We got to take him to court. I don't even know if it's still running or not, man. It may be down. Last I knew, it was out there.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, Will, but there, through my research, there has been a order of preliminary injunction granted um, today. A temporary restraining order has been granted as of this morning.
Yeah,
That's good news. That's good news.
Wow, man. We got. I wish we can get T. Smith in this conversation. I see he's online now. I see you, T. Smith. Trying to use an appropriate imagery to yet again depict Judge Pittman negatively. Kacel is a seasoned lawyer and should have known better. He's not fit for the bench, and I stand behind my statement. Wow. Woo. All righty then, T. I need to send T. I need to get T in this conversation. Seeking
you pull him in?
Yeah, I'm seeking. I send him this link if he's available. I hope
if you don't. While he's doing that, I can give you, Will, what it says in the injunction order. The injunction order states as this: President Honorable Kenneth S. Hoops, Circuit Court Judge. The court has reviewed plaintiff's verified complaint motion for preliminary injunction and other pleadings submitted by plaintiff and defendant, has held a hearing on this issue and has determined the following. Plaintiff has a likelihood of success on the merits of its claim. Plaintiff will suffer irreparable harm and loss if defendants are permitted to continue using plaintiff's name, image, and likeness in any publication or broadcast. Paul, you get a hold of them because I can keep reading.
Yeah, and I think I got a copy of this to pull it up. Also, Rod, while you're reading, if you don't mind.
You want me to just be quiet and you pull it up?
No, go keep reading. Keep reading. Okay. I can pull it up.
The defendants will suffer from the granting of such relief. The granting of plaintiff's preliminary injunction will further the public's interest. It is ordered. Defendants are enjoined and restrained, whether alone or in concert with others, including any officer, agent, representative, or employee of defendants, until further order of this court from a using plaintiff's name, image, and likeness in any publication and broadcast in furtherance of defendant's campaign for circuit court judge. Oh, you got it up. Okay, I can be quiet now.
No, go ahead. No, finish reading. You're good.
Oh,
You're good.
okay.
Just for people on radio also. So.
Oh, okay. The injunctive relief against defendant is binding in accordance with MCR 3.310 C4 on defendants, officers, agents, servants, employees, and attorneys, and on all persons in active concert or participation with them who receive notice of this order by personal, service, or otherwise. Security is not required for issuing this restraining order because no harm can come to the defendants by way of this order. This order shall remain in full force and effect until this court specifically orders otherwise. Signed by Judge Kenneth S. Hoops, Circuit Court Judge.
Right.
Wow. So there you go. So wow, we couldn't get T. Smith. He's commuting at the moment. But Will, is there anything you want to say to the public? Anything you want to say, about this whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much put it out there, man. I want people to know that I'm not standing with Kacel. I'm supporting Judge Pittman with my vote, physical, emotional support. I mean, he's a friend on top of being a candidate. And one thing that's not being mentioned is I'm a businessman. Like, I don't know attaching me to him how it's going to hurt my business. I mean, it could be people that was thinking about doing business with me that no longer want to just because I attach myself to him. I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I just want people to know that I do not support Kacel and I stand with Judge Pittman 10 toes down.
Have you gotten mailers to your house?
Yeah, all the time.
About Judge Pittman?
Oh, about him? Like,
yeah, like the campaign. I've seen mailers at my house.
Yeah,
Big Rob, you gotten them?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah. So you haven't seen those yet. Okay. Apparently, I don't know if I ever seen a campaign where there's been more negative comments or jabs at a sitting judge, even though this is a new seat.
Mm,
But
yeah.
he's a sitting judge, and if anybody believes any of some of the stuff that might have been thrown out there about being lazy, being uncaring, you would cast doubt on this judge for the rest of his life, for the rest of his career. That's going to be sitting in the back of people's head. If you go in front of Judge Pittman, he's lazy and he don't care. We've never had it. All the white judges we don't have in Muskegon County, I never heard anybody run against them and call them lazy and uncaring. And some black folks that had a lot of reasons to do that.
Mm-hmm.
This race has been so different, and I just wish people could just run on their merits. What can you do?
They can't run their merit because they don't compare. So now they got to come up with something slick to do and to try to shine a negative light on him in hopes of uplifting themselves. Like, okay, don't vote for him, but I'm here, and his record speaks for itself. And let me just shout Judge out though, because he's taking the high road this whole time. Like, I don't know if I could have been as calm and as collected as he's been through this. I would have been pissed. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I can say it on radio, but I would have been peed off.
You good.
I would have been peed off, man. But he's taking the high road and been professional the whole time and just stuck to what he believes in, man. And big ups to him for that.
And I say that all these candidates have the right to run. And I know it's been conversation about people being told not being able to run. I'm not a part of it. I don't know about that. Everybody has the right to run. Yeah. But when you start throwing these kind of muddy things out in the water, you should be able to show up at a debate or a forum to defend what you don't put out there. True. And I know as a radio station, we have worked hard to try to get a commitment from Matt Kacel, either physical debate or another option, and have not been able to get that to happen. I think this seat is too important to not be able to have both of them to sit down and talk to the public about what do they feel they can do for that particular seat. And it hasn't happened, man, since the primaries.
So when you say it hasn't happened, did they decline? They just haven't responded.
Well, Judge Pittman been ready. Matt Kacel hasn't responded positive to a date. The initial date we had, and we had to postpone that debate. It was a bad day for him, allegedly. We left the door open for other dates. We never got a commitment of dates.
And we have emails to prove what we're saying.
And so it's been hard. I don't know if this has became a personal battle, and it shouldn't have to be that. It shouldn't have to become a personal battle. But I saw on one of his posts why he blamed the radio station why we set a date without consulting with his team or with his campaign. So we left it open for another date, and we never got those dates. So this is going to be one of those races where people pretty much going to have to run off of what they know or what they don't see. And unfortunately, if a person cannot debate and they want to be judge in our county, they move into our county and want to be judge, in my personal opinion, you don't deserve nobody vote. If you can't sit out here and face the fire, if you can't come talk to black folks, don't expect black folks to talk to you and vote for you.
For sure.
I'm just being real. That's how I feel right now. I mean, I might be a little tired. I've been traveling for 4 or 5 days, and sometimes when I get like that, I speak my mind. But it's just time to be real. If you want to be judged, you need to go talk to people. And just because we black don't mean we gonna be unfair. Being real. Rob, we got a comment here. Go ahead. You read this one.
Javian Matthews, I feel like if he needs to do all of this and make all these commercials about a wonderful, intelligent African-American man who has accomplished so much throughout his whole life to run for a judge seat in Muskegon, he just need to not even run. He can go work at a factory, because in all my life of seeing people run for other offices, another seats in the courthouse, I have never seen nothing like this.
All right. Anthony Miller. Hey, Anthony. Javon Matthews, thanks for that comment. Anthony Miller say, keep it real, PA. All right. Well, I know it took a lot of time to do what you had to do, man. But you letting people know that, you have rights out here and you exercise your right.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad it worked. I'm glad.
And you're a veteran.
Yeah.
You're a veteran. You served this country.
Absolutely.
You went to Desert Storm, willing to die for this country.
Absolutely.
And a successful businessman, and you exercise your right, man. I salute you, bro.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for bringing me on so I can let people know, man, again, that I stand with Judge, man.
All right. Before we go, talk about your business for people that might be looking for new employment.
Okay. Yep. As you alluded to, I am the owner of Shoreline Staffing. Well, we focus on retention. So we work with the community, help them remove barriers and we prevent them from going to work, transportation, homelessness, drug addiction, daycare. So I was a caseworker for 12 years. So I have access to organizations to help with those things. And if they can't, I will out of my own pocket. I was going to say I take the loss, but it's not a loss to me. It's a positive. It's building people up. There's a direct correlation, man, between crime and lack of opportunity. So I'm trying to close that gap. You got more. If you're making money, you don't got to go out there and try to get it the wrong way because we're going to get money. I mean, you have to, got family to take care of, kids to raise. So I'm just trying to give people opportunities, man. That's all I can do is give them opportunities. What they do with the opportunities on them, but we're definitely here for the community and for all those people that are looking for work.
Wow. How are we doing? Are people, applying? Are people getting jobs?
Yeah. So this business has its ups and downs, its peaks and valleys. And the fall and winter is usually when it slows down or evens out and maintains. But bro, every week I've had another record week. Like every week I'm doing better than the previous week in the time where it's supposed to be a downturn. So things are going well. Things are going well, man.
We got another comment, Rob, from Rudy Mack, if you don't mind.
I salute you, Will, for standing your grounds. Vote for Judge Pittman.
Don't quit till you vote for Pitt.
Glenn Cannon, big bro. Watch my movie, Beautiful Noise on Tubi. Okay, all right. We got to get you on, Glenn. We got to get you on. I guess we got to roll. Thank you, Will. Thank you for being available, man. Thank you for your fight, man. I know. I can imagine how that felt, to see your video out there and you feel like you didn't have any options. But
yeah, it was horrible to wake up to those text messages, man. Like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. Wow.
We got it down, man. So that's the most important thing right now.
All right, brother. Peace and blessings to you. God bless. All right.
Y'all take care.
Mm-hmm.